Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new review, and this time we are going to make a look to the recently launched Imperial Knight Codex. So as you know, I think 2 weeks ago was launched together with a new kit to assemble Imperial Knights. So I did a review of the early rules that appear in internet, and now I'm going to make a look. And yeah, maybe I will not go into depth into all the details, but I will show you what is in this book and what are the new rules. So this is the new book. As usual, we have very nice pieces of art. See here, this one for example, all dedicated to the new Imperial Knights. Okay, sorry, sometimes it's shining, but it's so you can see they are great pieces of art. Another one, so a lot of art, fluff. Well, here a map, some fluff of and how are organized. Here we see the Imperial Knights and the structure of an Imperial aligned house, the Mechanicus aligned house. So a little bit of chronology of the Imperial Knights, and here we have the background of the different Imperial Knight types. So following normally the same structure as on our Codex. So we see here the new Imperial Knight. Then we have some, talking about the heraldry. I think this is great to guide you and to help you in the painting job, and I think this is one of, although the illustrations can look quite simple, this type of illustrations for me are inspiring a lot on the way how to paint the Imperial Knights and the different colors schemes and how the houses. So I think it's a nice piece, and this part, even though the rules can be outdated, this part will always remain in your collection, because this will never be outdated, because this is the fluff and how you can paint them. So this is the part that sometimes people disregard because they think that is not, they don't put a lot of value to this, but I think it's quite important too. So we see a lot of different houses, colors, how to paint them, different depending on the equipment, and how there are different colors in the same house, how they are combined, the heraldry. Here we have more. Okay, these are I think these are different houses. Yeah, these are different houses. Because later on will come these are the more houses. Yeah, these are the mechanical aligned houses, I think, if I'm not wrong. Just sorry, I'm moving back. Have ribbon. Yeah, these are the House Morton. Yeah, these are the mechanical aligned heraldry. So we have the mechanical aligned houses. These are the ones that are in red. You see different ways to paint them in red. I'm thinking to do something aligned with Riza. Maybe I go to orange. Now we have the free blades. Free blades, I think there are some unique color schemes. Very striking, this one. I like a lot this color scheme with purple and golden. Also like a lot this one. So very inspirational, giving a lot of ideas how to paint them and a lot of different options that I think this book is great. You see there are a lot of different colors. Then we have some great paint jobs. So I think I go fast here. If you want to look them, I think they are great paint jobs here. See if we cannot wait to have I don't think I cannot wait to have the bright. So okay, here we have more. I think it's good to see how this one with the broken mask. So yeah, I think it's great. I love this one. Like a lot this design. I like a striking color for these guys. Also this house is quite nice. The one on the cover. So we have some very nice pieces of artwork. And now we go into the rules. First we start with the detachments. We have two detachments. We have the household detachment, This detachment is composed by 3 Ward of Lords. All Lords of War. All the new Imperial Knights are Lord of War. So here we can choose 3. 2 optional. All units have taken for here. So we have a Knight Commander. This detachment is your primary detachment. You can reroll. We have the Baron that have +1 to the weapon and ballistic skill, and can have the Hell Rooms of the Knight houses that are like the relics, and they have, this is great, important, they have objective secure, so they're going to be better in securing objectives, these guys. And then we have the Oathworn Detachment. It's composed by 1 mandatory knight and 2 optional, and they have no benefits, and I think this is a way to take them as allies today. So it's similar to, this was the main detachment and this was the ally detachment, so it's very similar what it used to be. Here we have the different, these are the only equipment they can choose. Okay, we have the Hell Rooms of the Night Houses, we have the banner of Macarius, and I think we can go back and forth to see what they do, and then we can. So the banner, we have here the banner for 10 points. All friendly units with the Imperial faction within 12 inches of the bearer of this banner must roll moral and pinning checks for fear test. So this is not bad if you ally them with Imperial Knights, with Imperial Guard, but I mean Astra Militarum. So sorry, I lost the page. Then we have the Paragon Gauntlet. This is the relic version of the Gauntlet. So have the melee, it's colossal, have the hull, that is the new special rule, and it's mastercraft. So it's a Gauntlet mastercraft. Remember that this is the new rule, is that they can launch if they kill a vehicle or monstrous creatures in close combat, they can launch it. So it's costing 15 points. So I just want to check what is costing the grade. The normal grade of the Gauntlet is costing 10 points, so for 5 points more to have mastercraft, to have 1 reroll. I don't. If you have 5 points, maybe it's good. Remember that thing in this edition, taken by the Imperial Knight characters, many of the formation detachments. Only 1 of each Helm Knight houses can be chosen per army. So you only can choose 1, and a model may take 1 of the following. So you only can take 1 per knight, and if the knight have the character special rule. So it's these 2 are not bad. Depending a little bit, I prefer maybe the standard, the banner, because if you are allied with Astra Militarum, if you are allied with Space Marine, something like that, it's not that important. Then we have Sanctuary. Sanctuary counts as an Iron Shield. In addition, an equipped with Sanctuary has 5+ invulnerable save against each facing that is not in the direction. So okay, is adding 6 in the other directions. Not bad. 15 points, a little bit too much for 6+ in the other directions, but it will save 1 of your hull points as average per game. Ravager, it's strength D, AP 1, melee, honor of the fallen. So the Ravager rerolls, failed to heal rolls in 1 combat. So not bad, especially because if you are a character, you will have normally weapon skill 5. So in most of the cases you will hit on 3s. So it's not bad to reroll 1s. Helm of the, but it's costing 25 points. It's starting expensive. Helm of the Nameless Warrior. This is quite expensive. 30 points. 30 points. And the Helm of the, a model with the Helm of the Nameless Warrior have Rampage special rule, but this you always will be unnumbered because you are going to be. So you are adding more attacks. But I think the Stomp is the key in close combat. I'm not sure that I want to add this one. And the Mark of the Omniscia is costing 30 points too, and the bearer of the Mark of the Omniscia this is very good. It will not die, so this is one good, and I think the banner if you are with Astra Militarum. If you have some points that you can spend on close combat and you don't need any other thing, you can try to do. So all are quite useful, but they are not they are not game breakers. So then here we have the different knights. Okay, we have the Aaron. The Aaron is the one that is equipped with this is called the thermal cannon. This is the melta cannon indeed. So the thermal cannon is the one that this thing is anti-vehicle and have the melta special rule. And I think, I don't remember if it's strength 10 or strength 9. Here we see. Let me check. Infernal cannon is here. It's strength 9, AP 1, heavy 1, large blast, melta. So yeah, and it's range 36, so 18 for melta. So this is a very good option if you want to hand vehicles. It's not D is even better than that, but okay, it's not that bad. And you can damage vehicles. It have the heavy stopper here and the Reaper chainsaw, and that is strength D melee weapon. And you can substitute this by the gauntlet. I will here explain all the upgrades. All of them can substitute this weapon by the gauntlet, and the gauntlet have the same profile, except that you can pick. You have this. If you kill a monstrous creature or vehicle in close combat, you can throw this vehicle. Then you create a template attack that have range 12 inches, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, have range 12 inches, heavy 1, large blast, and you have the strength equivalent to the armor, or to the divided by 2, the frontal armor divided by 2, or to the toughness of the creature that you kill. Okay, and then they can be equipped with Acharyas weapons, as you see here. So you all can have Acharyas weapons. And the Acharyas weapons, we have the Iron Storm missile pod, 30 points. The Twin Link Acharyas Autocannon, this is the anti-fly, and the Storm Spear rocket pod. And of course, all of them can substitute the heavy stabber by a melta gun for 5 points. I will not go into the details of the melta gun because everyone knows what these do. And the new Acharyas weapons, remember, for 30 points you have this one. Is a strength 5, AP 4, 72 inches, so all the tabletop. Heavy 1, large blast, barrage. So this is an anti-infantry, anti-light infantry, 30 points. I find it a little bit expensive for what it does. And then we have the Acharyas Autocannon, 35 points, if I'm not wrong. Let me check. Yeah, 35 points. Is an autocannon with interceptor, skyfire, and twin link. Yeah, if you want some anti-fly. And then I think this is my favorite, maybe Acharyas, 40 points, strength 8, AP3. All depends what is the function you want for this tank. This tank, I think, this Imperial Knight should be equipped with maybe with the melta here and the other melta, and be anti-vehicle. You can add the Acharyas and then to shoot to the flyers if you want. Here we have the Knight Paladin with the 2 shots of battle cannon. So remember, this is a rapid battle. It's called rapid fire battle cannon. Means that it's 2 shots of battle cannon here. Really anti-infantry. I think for me on the Acharyas, I put the Acharyas if you want some anti-fly, or I put the 3 shots of strength 8 AP3. Then we have the Barden. I think this new weapon is quite strong. I think it's my favorite one. All these 3 cost. This is 370. This is 375, and this is also 375. So again, if you put some equipment that substituting the melta, you will go 380. If I put this one, I will go. We are going to go over 400 normally when we equip them. No, it's going to be more expensive. And then if we take this new weapon, I will show you, is 36 inches, strength 6, AP3, heavy 12 rending. So not bad. I think my 2 favorite weapons are this and the thermal cannon. And I think this is going to be a heavy infantry killer. This guy is going to be a heavy infantry killer, and with the combination you see here with the strength 8 AP3 weapons, so you have, I think was how many shots? Sorry, I have to go back and forth. These are 12 shots of a strength 6 AP3 rending plus 3 shots of a strength 8. So this can almost disseminate a squad of marines per turn. Plus here you can put a melta, or you can put the heavy stubber. I think this can go with the heavy stubber, and you are back in range. So you try to be this maybe medium range. So it's not bad. I like also this option. This is a cheap option of Imperial Knight, 2 close combat weapons, but you can also have the Acharyas. So if you put the Acharyas, you go to 300. For example, this as it is equipped here is with the anti-infantry is 355 points for this equipment. You always have the heavy stubber, and yeah, you can have some also some shooting, but this is mainly, I'm not sure one extra D attack is making this difference. I prefer the combination, the semi combination, but this is in case you want some cheap knight. This is the cheapest option. And then we have, after the cheapest, we have the most expensive one, that is with 2 shooting weapons. And then this weapon can be, you start with the thermal cannon, and you can change the thermal cannon by the rapid fire battle cannon. All the other options the same as the others. So, summarizing, 2 semi with the 3 shooting weapons, 1 close combat, and 1 shooting platform. Shooting platform that in close combat have a strength 10 and have the stomp. So we'll have 3 attacks of strength 10 in close combat. So it's not bad in close combat neither. And you have this, and you still have the stomp. So it's not they are not bad options. I don't think there is a clear winner. All of them depending on the function. I think if I take the first one, I will go for the shooting option, because I want to ally and to have some support fire for the type of armies that I have in my Imperial armies. So then we go to the different formations. We have some formations here quite interesting. The first one is Exalted Court. Sorry, this is the one that have all of them are characters. It's formed by 5 knights, and all 5 knights are characters. We have the king, and we have the barons. The king have +2 the weapon and ballistic skill, and we'll add 1 to the invulnerable save. So we'll have 3+ invulnerable save, and weapon and ballistic skill 6. And then we will have the barons that will have weapon and ballistic skill 5, and all of them can take relics. So this is quite a big formation. Of course, counting 400 by 5, you go to 2000. So normally you have to count 400 per knight, more or less. And so to put 5, you go to 2000 points. So we have to take into account that even this is quite powerful. You are talking about 2000 points. When we look the basic detachment, we have to take into account that to fill this detachment, the basic detachment 3, it's going to be around between 1200 points. If you go very low in points, you will be around 1000 points. A little bit high, yeah, you can be around 1000 points if you take the close combat ones for 3. So minimum to deploy them, you need 1000 points. And these are 2000 points more or less, because you will take the Helms and you will take some equipment. If you take the Exalted Core, you want some nice toys there. And then adding all the toys and all the things, each knight will be as average 400 points. If you take these ones, even more than 400 points. So yeah, so I guess you will need some close combat ones to compensate if you take the Crusader. We have the baronial court. It's 3 to 5 knights. Is you have 1 character. Is the this is the formation that substitutes the detachment. The other rule is that you can repeat of course you can repeat on the warlord table. Here we have the baron have weapon and skill +1. Okay, is the commander. Have the let me check the rules that I'm not doing something. As long as Imperial Knight from this formation is within 6 inches of one or more Imperial Knights, the formation adds +1 to the vulnerable save it makes. So it's like the adamantium formation. The king, if the detachment is your primary detachment, can reroll in the rules. The king battle formation baron, see below. And all the Imperial Knights formation within 12 inches of have counter attack, so you have some extra in then before the deployment nominate a model, and this is the Baron that have +1 to weapon and ballistic skill. We have the tripartite lance. This a curious one is formed by a Warden, Galan and Crusader, the 3 new variants. So we have one close combat, one shooting platform, and then the Warden that is the one that have the new Gatling cannon. So you will have a lot of and then each, as long as they are alive, they will give. They have to be filled as a single unit, even though this is not normally allowed. So they will be deployed as a unit. When each knight is destroyed, they count as a separate. But they give 1 victory point each. But they cannot. This is quite limiting you. I'm not very in favor of having them as a unit, because then you will have 1,000 points, a unit that is 1,000 points. So unless you're playing Apocalypse and it's a big points, I don't think this is worth it on a normal game. Because especially if you play Maelstrom missions where you need to cover the battlefield, so you will have 1,000 points accumulating one spot of the table. And then each one is giving a different rule. As long as the Warden is alive, enemy units count the cover save as being 1 point lower. So this is quite good rule. All models in this formation. So if the Galan is alive, all models in this formation inflicts this 3 Hammer of Wrath instead of 1. This is also nice if you have the close combat alive. Then if you have the shooting alive, plus weapons fired by models in this formation gain to like a special rule. And to be fair, unless you put a lot of missiles that are not my favorite ones as on the top, you will only have 1 blast weapon, and the other ones can only be the missiles, because the Warden have the Gatling cannon. The Galan lance is the close combat one. 3 guys of close combat, and this is the cheapest formation that you can have. We go to 975 points. So this is the cheapest you can do, and they have Crusader on Rage and full tilt. Knight from this formation can reroll fairly short distances. So if you want to put your knights in close combat, this is the formation you want to get, but you will have only close combat knights. And then we have the Reaper Lance, and this is the Sky Reaper Lance, sorry, and this is the one that give saying this is the anti-flies formation. Sorry, I ran out of battery. And then they're special. So all of them have to have the Acharyas cannon on top. So if you want to have some anti-fire shooting, and the Sky Reapers when trained, so I think they can repeat the penetrating hits. If they don't penetrate, or if they do a glancing, they also can repeat when they shoot into flyers. So yeah, this is the anti-fly formation. So if you want to take them as a support, I guess the formation we are going to see, if we take, we are going to see the basic detachment. If we want to take them as a support, I see more using this. If you want to take them as an army, the detachment is not bad, and also as a support, but the support will demand half of your army dedicated only to Imperial Knights. But this is not a bad option if you want to have half of your army in Imperial Knight and the other half with some cheap troops like Astra Militarum. Because they have the objective secured, especially if you play Maelstrom, this is not a bad detachment with the secure. Then all the other formations will demand a lot of commitment too. And the point is that you lose the objective secure. This is mainly to make a lone army 2000 points, or to play Apocalypse, because I think over 2000 points you are going more to Apocalypse type of games. This can be also a support as well, and in place of the other one, but I think I prefer the Detachment, because yeah, you have some fancy rules here, but objective secure I think is better than these fancy rules. The tripartite lands, I don't see them, I don't see this formation a lot. The problem is they have to form a unit, and yeah, and being a unit, and you are losing a lot of 1000 points accumulated in a spot. They have big bases, but you have to keep them in currency. This limiting a lot the movement of them, and having them in just one area of the battlefield is not helping you, especially if you play Milestone. If you play Eternal War, maybe they are more useful. This is not a bad, but I think I prefer the basic detachment. I think objective secure is stronger, depending a lot if you, and then the last one, yeah, if you want some anti. So these two are not bad, but you have to compensate if you prefer objective secure or some of these fancy rules. So then, yeah, we go to the weapons that we already. So we can look a little bit at the Warlord traits. So your Warlord and all the friendly Imperial Knights within 12 inches of the Warlord add +1, add 1 to the result when rolling distance to the run, so they make them faster. The favorite of the Omniscient, nominate one weapon carried by your Warlord. The weapon has the Mastercraft special rule. You cannot apply this on Helm. Your Warlord rolls failed to hit rolls in any assault phase. This is this one. I don't. Yeah, you if you take one of the special weapons, then you will use this on the shooting. But I guess, yeah. If you don't, then you put this on the close combat most likely. So your Warlord rolls, and the 3 Warlord rolls failed to hit rolls in any assault phase in which he successfully charges into close combat. This is not bad, because you want them to be in close combat at the end, because while Imperial Knights can do a lot of damage is in close combat, especially with the stomp. So the 4th, your Warlord up, and these 3 other friendly units in the Imperial Knights outflank special rules. So they have outflank plus these 3 of them have outflanking. This can be risky if you put 4 knights outflanking, because most likely a normal game you will have 4 to 5 knights. So it means that you will have only 1 knight on the table and the other 3 outflanking, the other 4 outflanking. So if you lose this knight in the first 2 turns, you will lose the battle. And your Warlock can roll any failed invulnerable saving one. This is quite strong. I like a lot, especially if you're losing the king. So imagine that you have 3+ rolling ones, and add 1 to your Warlord attack characteristic. So yeah, this is also quite good. And that's all. That's all we have. Well, they have also their own missions, but I will not go into these missions in detail. So this is the Codex. This is all what I wanted to share. I hope you like it. I think it's a codex to be a complement of other codexes. Playing them alone is going to be difficult, but of course, if the enemy is not prepared, so it's a codex that if your enemy is not prepared to deal with you, yeah, you will overrun the enemy. If the enemy have a lot of anti-tank and have good close combat units, then this can be more of a balanced match. So it reminds me when I was playing Armored Fist army from the Astra Militarum. It was depending a lot if my enemy was prepared or not to deal with a lot of vehicles. So that's all. I hope you find it interesting. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed, like if you like it, and you want to see more. Leave your comment, and yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye.